So first of all, thank you giving us an opportunity. In fact, I myself, presenting in Kolkata for the first time. I am Gaurav Bhatnagar, and I am working as an enterprise group manager capacity in Kaspersky. So I'm not here to share any presentation. I'm just, here to share our views and how we look the cyber threats nowadays. Being a vendor, our job is to meet people like you, the top brains, in the industry, and we always share our views. And so we sit from the other side of the table. So Mr. Sanjay just talked about, the time has came. The time has came to look beyond endpoints, right? And this is what our theme for today. I have my colleagues who will run the presentation and what we think, then how should we think beyond endpoints. So many things to say. I would like to start my discussion after showing you one very small AV, right? That AV, within 3 minutes, it shows everything, right? I have selected that AV just for this today's session so that you also see that how things are moving and how the organizations are being targeted, right? In spite of that, if an organization have a complete huge data center, right, they have 24/7 across manpower who manage their security, right? Even though how threat vectors are getting targeted with their sophisticated attack or maybe a ransomware attack, right? So this is actually what is happening right now. And this is, I would say, everyone sitting in this forum, not sitting in the forum, outside world, everyone is facing this challenge. Couple of things I would like to look at it now. If you see this AV, these guys have complete data center with them, right? 24/7 monitoring. What happened to them? Threat vectors are behind them, from many months. What we observed, it takes almost 200 days, to target some company. It's not a one-day job. IT team, security team doesn't know what is happening. Let's say a threat vector is targeting some company, right? They start their job before we know or before some 2-3 months or maybe 5-6 months. They do all the settings, they do the phishing, right? And then the day comes, the company got targeted or the data got breached. Second point to be noted, that lady was talking that are all websites, are not working. Websites are compromised. Websites are impersonated, which means something's written on the website. Now that content of that website is not showing the same content. The content has also changed. Recent example, I'll not take the name of that bank. I was sitting with the CTO of that bank. India's comes under top 5 bank, right? Nationalized bank. Incident happened. That website is actually the real website of that bank. Nothing has changed. Only one thing has changed in the entire website, which is a telephone number of their customer support center. Now, what does it mean? Which means if your credit card is not working, if your bank accounts are not working, if you have bank direct number, maybe you can call it direct number, but customer, like generally if you search from, what is the customer support number and you dial that number, threat vector sitting behind can take all information. So the point is, being Kaspersky, our story is always to look at the complete posture of cybersecurity, not only looking at the endpoints. Yes, endpoints are important. I'm not saying endpoints are not important. It is the first step of your entire cybersecurity journey. However, threat intelligence, dark web monitoring are playing the key roles for such incidents. right? So in cyber security landscape, what we are talking about here, to look at the complete posture of your cyber security element. It should be combined with the complete compliances. And when we talk about compliances, Kaspersky always help their customer to go step-by-step compliances. Now that compliance should be your compromise assessment. Compromise assessment helps you to check your applications, right? If you have certain applications, which is a hybrid kind of application wherein the two-side interface, one application is used by your customer, associated companies, and the same application will use internally also for internal work. Those applications are, the risky applications, because threat actors like them always have the weak links and to get into that application. So that's again in compliance. Kaspersky always, talks about and help their customer. Then we talk about red teaming. Now red teaming is again very important aspect, right? Because it gives you the power of simulation, right? So Kaspersky helps their customer to do the simulation. Maybe you have designed something which is a robust, right? As per you, that application or the network is robust. But then when Kaspersky comes to the picture, red teaming, we do the simulation for you, right? Once we do the simulation, and the simulation happened with your connection, like our team, sits, like they're connected with your IT team, and we step by step, when we simulate that application, and we tell you that how we could break this. So that is again in compliance. Kaspersky always, it's always open to help their customer for this compliance. Last but not the least is incident response. Sanjay sir just talked about the cyber insurance type, So incident response is something, it's not actually an insurance, but incident response. If I give you a scenario, like, if something happens to you or anyone, now what is the next step as, organization takes? What they do? Because that lady was asking to a CTO that what we do now. The team is completely dependent on you, right? They don't know what to take, what action need to be taken if something had happened tomorrow, right? So in this kind of incident, you need an expert which has the complete team of doing, the simulation to protect the organization from those kind of attacks. Or if, let's say, a damage had happened, now how to protect the damage, how we make sure that this damage could not spread over. For that, you need a specialized resource. Now these resources are not available. I mean, companies doesn't hire this kind of resource because this is something which is an incidental cause. Hua to hua, nahi hua to nahi hua. So incident response gives you a caution of reliability, that yes, someone is behind you. If something got wrong with your network, or if you see something spectacle in the network or in your entire data center, you can call someone, you can ask them, look, this is what I've observed, this is what is happening, can you please check? Kaspersky behind team, it's 24/7 team, response within 1 hour, right? And gives you the complete RCA, the complete root cause analysis, that why this had happened, from which day this activity has started, right? What was the day 0, right? From which network this malware is got into your network? What is the damage that happened? What data has been already stolen? What data are not stolen? Right? It's about to. So, like now if you see that the new DTTP data, right? CERT-In has announced that if any vulnerability happened, you have to respond back, within 6 hours. Can you imagine 6 hours? Not possible, right? Practically not possible, right? So now it is, as of now, it is not mandatory, but I see the way government has announced yesterday, 90% increase in the cyber security budget, 90%, which means they have doubled this, budget to invest in cyber security from the government perspective, because government, they are also not left from these people. Right? The attacks are happening day in, day out. So with this, I would like to call my senior pre-sales resource who will take you through the journey of cybersecurity, and he will give you the idea that how to be designed this journey. Let's say cybersecurity is not a one-stop job. You cannot buy everything today and then now, I'm secure. It doesn't happen, right? So what should be the step for this, cybersecurity journey? If you have something today, maybe, what should be your next step? How do you build your security posture? Maybe from dark web monitoring, from asset management, or from your social media network, or from your surface web, right? So this presentation will, tell you and will try to make you understand that this is our definition of, getting yourself defense from the cyber attack world. So that's all from my side. I'm like to welcome Mukesh here, and he will take you this journey. Thank you so much.